you know, I was actually right in the, I was at that part when you, that you sent me, the 20-second part. I was literally right there when I was watching it. But yeah, man, look, like I said, I think jumping on and having a discussion with all the bros is the way to go.
And it's good that you have loyalty, man. I mean, that's why.
Yeah, because just you know, if the roles were reversed and like Andrew was mad at you because you had said something in that thing, I would tell him the same exact thing. Let's talk about this off camera. You know what I mean? Let me facilitate something, right? I would do the same exact thing. Like I am very against bashing allies, even if they piss me off, right? Like you know, I truly do think it's best to always do things behind the scenes and talk with your friends behind the scenes.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, I mean, you know, me and Nick had our little thing and we spoke about it and it's good. Like we're fine, right? Like, you know.
Now you handled that really well. That took a long time, but like that was a perfect example of that being handled, and I commend you for that. Also, I did try my best. And
shout out to Nick. No, and you helped out with that. And, you know, me and Nick talked about it. I don't even think it was honestly anything even big. It was a very small grievance that we were able to talk about like men privately, no cameras, no nothing. And that's it. And, you know, I heard him out, he heard me out. And we both were like, yo, this is, you know, this is not necessary. And I think we're stronger together than apart. And we need to take our country back, right? And I told him, first thing I told him, I said, hey, I'm going to be in Ohio with you. Fuck Vivek, right? I don't like Vivek either. So that's what we got to do is help each other support, especially when they're.
See, and that's what these the so-called people saying. Like Myron Gaines is an immigrant and he's saying we need to take our country back. From whom, nigga? That's what I mean. Like all these people are immigrants, but they say the land is of the Native Americans, but they are making all the decisions for the Native Americans, complaining about oppression. Otherwise, y'all niggas need to come out and make clear that America, the land, the continent, is not of Native Americans or from Asia. And make clear of whom the American continent is. Because if all these immigrants in America saying they kicking immigrants out, that's the crazy that they sick, man. Living on stolen land, kicking people out, saying it's your land. But you believe in your God. Yeah, it's your God. Your God is called the devil. That's the real talk. I'm gonna play a small part left and then leave it at that, man. You've seen it, because that's what I was saying in all those previous videos. Here is where Tariq Nasheed idea is coming from, man. From Nick Fuentes' crew. Let's hear it, man.
Many people in this space that are pussies, bro. Like, there's not many real niggas left, right? Like, a lot of these guys wouldn't be able to say 10% of the shit that we say. Like, you gave me an example, like Mike Majlik. He's a cuck, right? Steiny, pussy, right?
Yeah, Mike was supposed to call into the show tonight. I don't know why he's still. I'm going to call him again and see if he picks up, see if we can get him on Zoom.
Like, a lot of these guys are fucking, like, terrified, scared of their own shadow, bro. So it's like, I do understand that, like, sometimes there's grievances, but I think it's worth rectifying grievances just because of how polarizing.
That other guy, Young Don, the sauce god, he left Christianity. Like, he's been making all these hit pieces on me. Dude, he used to be my friend. Like, this is a dude, like, he literally has, like, I don't even know what he believes in anymore. He's been talking all this shit. It's just like, I think it's just best to ignore that stuff because.
Oh, he's a loser, bro.
You know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I texted and called him. I'm like, what's going on? Because I thought he was my friend, you know? And then he's saying.
Yeah, that young Don guy, he is also making FBA videos once in a while also. He's part of the Tariq Nasheed MAGA team. So you have two kind of teams here. I don't know, let's not even speak what kind of teams. Whatever. You've seen it, man. It's fuckery, man. That's why I'm saying, Tariq Nasheed, stop speaking on Maroon and indigenous people of the Americas. America is a continent. You live in the United States of America. Stupid. That's the real talk.
Like, I'm sucking up to white supremacists. And you guys, you remember like how much backlash I took for defending Haiti? Like, they said I was eating mud cookies for a year.
Yeah.
That's why I had it back and forth with Tate, because I said he was defending white nationalists and I was like, no, this is wrong. Right. And he's like, oh, it's not enough for him. Anyway, it's just like a lot of goofies in this space, bro.
No, well, the thing is with this dude, like, the other thing too, you got to remember, understand is like, these guys have a financial incentive to like attack.
Talk shit.
And talk shit. Because the thing is that let's just keep it all the way 1,000. A lot of our detractors aren't as popular as us. They don't have a real audience like that. The only reason people tune in is because they're talking about us. I've said this about many reaction YouTubers. They got no motion and nobody really cares about them. They just hate us. And since they hate us, they watch them.
Like, when we go to the club, it's national fucking news. And like, everyone has a think piece. It's like, dude, at the end of the day, it's a couple niggas going to the club. And you're like, everyone has a strong opinion about this.
Yes.
We got the motion and you react to it.
Yo, everybody wants the ankle bite, bro. And like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, all these dudes, they're fucking losers and no one cares about them. Like a lot of these reaction motherfuckers, like they're like, oh shit, these niggas, I gotta go ahead and make a video on this and give my stupid ass opinion. And as far as Don goes, the only thing I'll say about him is he doesn't stand on anything. This is a guy that was, I'm a devout Christian. I'm on the Bible. Next thing you know, he's a spiritual nigga. He's a Wakanda nigga now. So like, bro doesn't stand on anything. He's a fucking bitch. He's a loser. He just goes ahead and talks shit about us, calling us white supremacists because we talk about race realism and other things like this. And we're not afraid to be critical, even if the target demographic is a demographic that we might be a part of, right? That's a sign of higher IQ, being able to be objective and be critical of things.
So you see, so Myron Gaines is saying he knows he is an immigrant and he knows he is mixed, he's African mixed black, but he still finds it necessary and lawful to be with Nick Fuentes, and but he and Tariq Nasheed are enemy because they both fighting who is Nick Fuentes' best friend. You see, fighting over the Caucasian so-called. That's the real talk, over the slave master. Let's hear it and then I'll leave
whether or not it benefits you. And since he's a fucking 50 IQ baboon and doesn't understand anything because he's a fucking retard, he thinks, oh, let me go ahead and just go talk shit about these niggas because
they just gave him a video, by the way. Like right now, literally, like this conversation he's reacting to tomorrow. It's somebody sent him this MP4 and he's watching it with the OBS open doing a reaction video.
And this is and it proves our point that they got no motion without us.
They got no motion, but they also don't even have good content. It's like you have your show, you have your panel, you have your interviews. Right? It's like people are turning into, you do content for so long, you just end up churning out slop. Like, yeah, I'll do reaction videos too, but at the same time, I have so much like me going to the club is a movie, right? Like we go to the club and the Sprinter Band, this is literally a movie. And you get the mayor saying this is more entertaining than cinema. All you do is you give up your animations. You had some sort of talent. You throw it all away because it's too hard right now. And so you load up the OBS. I don't even know if you stream. And you're just there and record and react to the niggas with motion. It's like that's a sad, politics aside, that's a sad existence. You have some sort of ability to create. Myron is no issue. With the Cartier frames on. Get out.
Yeah, man. So one. Yeah, man, I've shown you a video that everybody is against the so-called new Black Panther Party because they so-called fighting and to help immigrants and all those stuff. It's their business, man. After all this FBA stuff delineating, it's their business. For me, they speak on Black American stuff because yeah. But anyways, let's check it. So all this Black Panther stuff, we now coming to find out most of the so-called Black American stuff is all fake, man. That's how I see it. Yeah, keeping it real. Let's see this bird song guy that was on the television or on internet speaking. He was doing this already 5 years ago or how many years ago. And these Black Americans want to say it's a psyop, but they doing the same thing with their FBA, attacking immigrants. And so we should now come to the realization that Black Americans are MAGA. They support Trump and all those things. So all these things are about being marginalized. Those days are over. That's how I see it for the Black Americans. Then yeah, let's separate, man. That's what I'm saying. Let's see a part of this thing here. Let's see if I've got it
and
here.
A bigger reason that I'm doing what I'm doing is because I'm a gang member. And I used to be a gang banger. Difference between a member and a banger, a member...
Yeah, man, that's why many... But it's not that they hate the Black Panther really. It's because they are scared. And these Black Americans are scared for what Trump might do to them if Trump starts saying, oh, and Black Panthers is so-called Black Americans attacking the government or whatever, because he already wanted to bring the Resurrection Act to go against domestic criminals or domestic terrorists, so-called, or whatever. But let's hear it. So this is 5 years ago. I've seen even a video where this guy Birdsong was speaking 8 years ago or whatever. But I'm like, why now? Oh, it's popularized now because MAGA team is sponsored the so-called FBA, and Phil Scott is being sponsored by Trump. All these guys, all these Black Americans are being sponsored by Trump, and it's their business. But I'm like, don't speak on African and Caribbean business because we're clearly not the same race, not the same people. That's my point in all this. This Phil Scott African diaspora, you're not part of my diaspora, nigga. To me, these Black American FBA are not Africans. They are children of the colonizer, like I've stated in many videos. And now we're seeing it again. Who are they fighting for? They are fighting against so-called immigrants, fighting for the KKK, because Trump is the KKK. Trump got Trump even had endorsement from David Duke and all those people, man. And this Tariq Nasheed is sponsoring Nick Fuentes. Oh yeah, I got a part about Nick Fuentes and Sneako. How they, I've shown you a small part yesterday where they was together. And Sneako, this guy even went to Myron for them to speak about it. Like yo, and Andrew Tate is throwing and Sneako so-called under the bus. But Myron was like, man, Myron and Nick Fuentes and this and. Other people are more like closer friends than with Sneako so-called or whatever. But anyways, let's see this and then I'm gonna go to the Sneako part because it's all related in some way. They all support the KKK stuff. Some of the thing is these guys wanna fight against. They go by the logic and you're my enemy and. If you have an enemy, I have the same enemy, then we're supposed to become friends or whatever. Yeah, man. Yeah, whatever, man. Let's hear it.
Part of it. A banger is somebody that's running around destroying shit and hurting other people. What I'm doing is because I'm a gang member. And the reason that I'm doing what I'm doing is because I'm a gang member. And a bigger reason that I'm doing what I'm doing is because I'm a gang member. And a bigger reason that I'm doing what I'm doing is because I'm a gang member. And I used to be a gang banger. Difference between a member and a member is just part of it. A banger is somebody that's running around destroying shit and hurting other people because they're wearing the other color. The other day I tied my flag with a rival. We were out here, I tied my flag with a rival. We exited black on black crime. We exited stupidity. We exited genocide, self-imposed, and self-hatred, and entered humanity. We unified together and stood. That did something to me. You see what I'm saying? What it did is it made me feel.
And it is self-hate, because this guy, you see, he's like so-called mixed, right? Now this black American said he's Caribbean, he's not one of them, he's not black. So this guy is also not black, Obama is not black, and yeah, I didn't know that this so-called black American that was born yesterday in 1776, and I didn't know that English was their language. I thought it came from England, that's what I mean. But yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
Obligated because of all the destruction I caused to cause some country.
That's why I'm saying they are scared because what they do is they think this guy will provoke the so-called government to attack black people with what he's doing, not maybe deliberately, but they are scared. That's why they want to distance themselves from these people, just like they distance themselves from anything that doesn't benefit them. So with this black American, they only come where you are if they can benefit from you. And that's fine. Just know that we view you the same also. Yeah, we view you the same also. You come into a country, you pay the highest price just like every other race of people. You ain't getting no special treatment. Not in where I come from, the Caribbean American in the jungle. And I'll show you even that America is a continent, just like Africa is a continent. But most of these black Americans, and not even black Americans, most Americans don't know that and America is a continent. They think it's their country. Your country is called the United States. Just saying, man, making that clear for some yeah, let's say it, man,
To cause some change. And that's why I'm here, and that's why I did what I did. I don't expect anybody to stay with me. I didn't expect anybody to come in the first place. I was going to be there alone, whether they came or not, and I will continue to be here alone, whether they came or not. I want people to change. I want police to change. That's why I get in their face like that, because I want them to see I ain't afraid of them. I want everybody else to lose their fear. The cop is just another human being. The only difference between you and them, they got a gun. That's it. They're just another person. There ain't nothing to be afraid of. And as long as you stand in the laws, they got to. If they cross the line, let them. Because once they cross the line, that's their ass. That's what we got to push for. We got to start pushing them.
You see, that's what I'm saying. Like, they are scared that what Trump might do to so-called black Americans. That's why they are against these guys. That's why when black Americans coming out saying they're fighting, I've only seen them marching. I've never seen black Americans fight any war like my race have fought anyways in the jungle of America. That's what I know. Just saying, man. I've seen them marching.
Laws on them. You know, they're here to protect and serve themselves. They don't protect and serve me. If you call the police, they're going to come a lot faster than if I call them. And if you call the police and say something's outside making noise, I'm scared, guess what? They're going to be there. If I call the police where I live at in the hood and say, hey, something outside making noise, I'm scared. Sir, is anybody coming in your house? Anybody hurt? Somebody breaking in? Oh, well, that's not something you call the police for. Hang up on me, if they even talk to me that long. Get off the phone and start laughing at me. See what I'm saying? That one lady, the black lady that got choked out by the police officers in Ann Arbor when she's fighting with her boyfriend, and she got punched out. When she called the police, she said, me and my boyfriend are fighting. She sounded like a little old black lady on the phone. They didn't come. When he called, they came. He was white, she was black, they knocked her out.
And the most important thing for so-called non-black Americans of the United States is to know, man, all this Black Panther stuff, I won't support it any longer. I just see it as fake COINTELPRO, nigga. All this nigga stuff ended up in self-mutilation. Martin Luther King was killed by black Americans. Malcolm X. Hey, Malcolm X is not black, he's Caribbean. Louis Farrakhan is not black, he's Caribbean. That's the way the things are moving right now. So, and yeah, man, just saying, I'm showing people this so that those of my race can see these things and know that, yeah, I don't support none of these things any longer, even if I did support it. That's what I'm saying. It's on its own, nigga. Black Americans, United States doing their things separate without speaking on Caribbean and so-called Africans, because you're not Africans, you're not Caribbean, so stay in your lane. That's what I'm saying, nigga.
I think that those cops, all 4 of them, if me and 3 other Pyrus murdered somebody standing here, we would all get life without parole. Instantly. Wouldn't matter what defense we came up with. If I murder somebody and 3 of my Pyru homies standing around strapped, making sure don't nobody stop me, we all getting life without parole. I'm gonna get charged with murder, they gonna get charged in concert. So, his badge should not give him special privileges. If anything, he's held to a higher standard because he has that badge. When you're on the highway and you see them little duckouts, what do they say? Authorized personnel only. That means somebody with a higher level of authority is allowed there, not you or me. When you see a police tape, says police line don't cross, that means you gotta have the authority of that badge to go past that barrier. You have to have a CPL. They got a badge. They can carry any gun they want to. A cop could pull his gun out and walk down the street like this. Nobody's gonna say anything to him because he has that authority. He's trusted with that authority. He's trusted with the responsibility to protect and serve, to uphold the law, right? So since he's given that higher level of authority and that higher level of responsibility, he should be held to a higher standard and he should succumb to a higher level of accountability. See what I'm
So, man, you've heard